Let's make the stock market fun. Let's try to get those big picks up, those high growth gainers. We've done it before. Neo Lithium, WIMI. Even Cloud MD, man, it's been up over above $3. We got in it at like 35, 50 cents. Even Isaiah, man, back in the day. Microvision. Cruise lines when they were like $8, $10. Jumped into that baby, overweight. Always remember, the stock market, it changes. You need to adapt. Sometimes you need to step back. When in doubt, zoom out. Be careful of pump and dumps. Read financial statements. Do your research, prepare a plan, execute, man. You gotta stay strong in this. Don't let them shake you out. All right, guys. What I'm gonna be doing now is, let's put some background music. All right. I think I finally found some place where I can get some kind of background music that's not copyrighted material. So I don't know if you hear that, but this is my first attempt at playing it off the background. And what I want to do now is I want to get to some lithium stocks. And we're going to do some research. I'm going to show you some things that I found really interesting. All right. And I'm going more for some lithium plays. And, you know, I've always said that we don't do any pump and dumps here. We don't. Sometimes you need to adapt, though, right? You have to adapt with the times. Just like what I was saying at Cloud MD was, and actually I came out of Dr. Hamza's mouth, you know, we were a marathon, went into a sprint. Well, there might be in a half marathon now. Why? Because, you know, telehealth stocks are a thing. And we went from a pandemic to an epidemic, which means that SARS-CoV-19 isn't going anywhere. Vaccines, you can still catch it. It's just that, you know, it protects you against serious illness, hospitalization, and death. And that's just like any cold in the end, right? What do you want to do? You want it to protect you from those things. All right. So that's all good. It's all great. And let's move forward. So now we're adapting. We're shifting. Lithium has always been a big thing, but it's bigger now than ever before. Why? Because we're in the, you know, phasing out years of the ICE vehicle. ICE vehicle meaning internal combustion engines, for like some of the people that are not catching up with the acronyms. So this isn't the fear of missing out. This is trying to be in before big institutional buyers and stuff like that in order for the stock to increase. And we're in it, right? And we've done that with a lot of stocks. You just see all the stocks that, you know, I have mentioned here a long time ago. Even GSAT. I mean, I was at GSAT when they went more external market instead of staying in their niche of security type of satellite company at 30 cents. Yeah, I got out. I missed some of the big spike right in the middle because I didn't like the fact that they were in a niche. But as soon as they expanded, like jumped right in because I knew that they were going to be in a market and it'd be like a consumable, durable good. And that is what happened in like January. And that is where the big spikes were taking place. How I feel GSAT is going to be for another video. I still like GSAT. It's a longer term play. Internet of Things. They're with Qualcomm. Qualcomm actually created GSAT back in the day. They're interlinked. You know, if you look at the history of Qualcomm and how they created CDMA for your phones, all kind of yada, you know, like yada yada yada, satellite systems, and you know, cell phone towers and stuff. Well, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at GSAT with all these guys. You got Jeep and all that. So look, that's a long-term play because you got to wait for 5G to really roll out, and then 5G will come in stages, meaning that they're going to open it up more and open up more and more, and that happens with all the stages like 4G and stuff like that. It happens like that with everything. So, anyways, let's Let's go with lithium right now. All right. Let's go and take a look at this. Okay, guys, so what I want to do here is I'm going to concentrate a little bit, so I'm going to lower this down so I get into what we're doing. All right, so basically, what do we have here? I want to start by showing you this company called Millennial Lithium Corp. I don't know if you know this, but basically, you know what? I'm going to pause this right here because the music's actually it's cutting me off, so I won't be doing that. I want to focus right here because it's very important. All right. So Millennial Lithium, all right, it's a company that's at $4. It was at $3.98. It's moving around a little bit. What I really like about what I'm trying to explain here, give me one more second. I'm just going to change the direction of this as well. That is perfect. Okay, so what do I like? What do I like about Millennial Lithium is the fact that there's a bidding war right now going on for Millennial Lithium. So Millennial Lithium announced its completion of a mail-in or circular plan of. So somebody wants to buy them out, and who is that company? It was Ganfeng. Okay, so Ganfeng wants to buy them out for like $365, and then Millennial Lithium announces receipt of a superior proposal. And who is that superior proposal? Well, from what I'm understanding, it's CATL. Who do we know CATL to be with? We know that they're with Neo Lithium, and they have 8% or 8.6%. You know, just going off of memory, equity inside the company. They have one person put on the board, and they have one person on the ground. And we know Neo Lithium has Worley on site. Basically, that's the company that's going to be building. They were with Lithium America, and of course, we know that Waldo Perez was with Lithium America before too. So we have a lot of experienced personnel everywhere, and to extract this lithium. And the final feasibility study is happening like right now, basically. So meaning like it's the end of the final feasibility. We should be getting that up very soon. And you saw that they actually, if you were part of Neo Lithium, that they actually have more lithium brine deposit. They found more, so they have a substantial increase. But we can see over here that Ganfeng is involved. You know, they had a price here to purchase it at $365, and then the new offer is offer to acquire the shares from Millennial shareholders by way of plan arrangement as a price of $3.85. So the new offer comes for $3.85, and the outside closing date for the arrangement under the new offer is December 16th, which will automatically extend it to January 29, 22 in certain specific circumstances. So you see that this stuff is going on over here now. So in accordance with the Ganfeng agreement, Millennial has notified Ganfeng that it considers the new offer to be superior proposal under the Ganfeng agreement, and that the 10 business day matching period has commenced. During which Ganfeng has the right, but not the obligation, to propose to amend the terms of the Ganfeng agreement in order to for the new offer to cease to be a superior proposal. The matching period expires 4 p.m. on September 27th. So we didn't really know who that body was, but if you go to here and you put up so we have here 3 days ago, it says that a bidding war is heating up for Canadian miner Millennial as Chinese firms compete to secure key elements needed for electric vehicles. Contemporary, the world's largest maker of EV batteries. So you see that the world's largest, remember that, and they're with Neo Lithium, is the mystery suitor behind the $377 million offer Vancouver Beast Millennial. All right, people with knowledge of the matter said asking not be about information is private. Okay. So they are going in for $385 a share. All right, whereas the Millennial, so Ganfeng Lithium proposed at $360 per share. So I find this very important because what you want to know is that that's how important this lithium is. We know there's a phase out of the ICE vehicles, 2030, the whole 9 yards. We know what's going on. All right. Call it the Great Reset for this COVID 2020 or the Green Agenda, but it's happening. I know my family in Italy was saying it's like it was the hottest 3 months they experienced in a hell of a long time. I don't even remember because it was like the temperatures were just stabilized at like the 40. They were like freaking out how hot it was. And even in Montreal, all August was absolutely like it was insane how hot it was. So you see how important this is, right? So we have NLC, which has cattle involved. So now if you got into NLC back when it was like 3 cents, whatever, now you're pretty much laughing with the amount of gains that you had, especially depending on how much you could afford to put in. Now these are some of my picks that I'm craving about, whatever, going mental about these. Naturally, always remember, not a financial advisor. Seek financial help from a financial advisor, the whole 9 yards, if you need help with that kind of stuff. Now this is Betweenplays, stock market, entertainment, but we're always trying to look for those gainers, right? So I'm involved in Lithium Chile right now because of the amount of land and everything that they have. Lithium Chile signs a definitive agreement and begins drill program on its production test well. Now, Lithium Chile, if you don't know, okay, Lithium announces proposed private placements, reports 29.5 gold, highest gold. Okay, this is the gold part, but expands exploration programs, Laguna Blanca, Lithium, Celsium. You have to remember that Lithium Chile is in the Lithium Triangle area, okay? And SQM is there, Albemarle is inside there as well, and we're going to get into that in 2 seconds. But if I go just to look up some statistics over here. Right now, the stock is cheap. We don't have anybody holding on from institutions, but we have almost 13% with the insiders being holding shares, which is still good. When you take a look at the shares outstanding, you only have 140 million, all right, and a float of 116 million. So people start getting involved in this, you're gonna start seeing the stock is gonna start moving, all right. They have $5 million in cash. Operating cash flow is in the negatives, but we're talking about a company here that has the potential of, and look at the revenue, they're making money. They have a revenue of 81,000. Where is that coming from? Well, let's just go quickly to its let's go here and let's go to their website. What I really found really crazy about this is that they're in the Lithium Triangle, and Chile has over 21% market share when it comes to lithium. Chile was one of the first areas for, not in the world itself, but in that area, Lithium Triangle type area, where you have some big companies like SQM and Albemarle that come out of there that the stocks trade for really high amount. Okay, as you can see, they're not afraid of putting up like Tesla in the background and stuff like that. They're in a very high grade area. 14 premier projects. Like, are you kidding me? You have 14 premier projects. If you do the research on this, you're going to see that's absolutely insane, right? So they're in the world's highest grade lithium district, all right? And they have here, let's just go and read this real quick. Owns 14 projects on the Li-rich salars in Chile, making it the largest landholders of lithium salars outside of the Chilean government and SQM, which is the Sociedades Q whatever of Chile, all right, which is a lithium producer that's over $50 a share. The portfolio includes 166,150 hectares of Chilean salars staked for $3 a hectare. The top priority projects have high-grade lithium and positive chemistry results from sampling, as well as community approval to drill. Lithium Chile boasts a management team with proven leadership in the lithium space, as well as an experienced Chilean. So I'm not going to get into all the websites. Here's some featured projects over here. I mean, you're going to have to do your own due diligence when it comes to this. I'm invested in this company. I thought I would share it with everybody, other people. You could go on the website. You could look at a whole bunch of stuff, and you're going to see that this company holds, in my opinion, potential. All right, it holds potential. They're out of Calgary, and so you know that in Calgary, oil, so there's going to have to be transition stages and certain things. So I'm not surprised. I'm really, really not surprised. Okay, so company profile over here. So you have it at 903 8th Avenue Suite, Calgary, Canada. And that's where you got the head office over here. So for me, this is a big play. It's a very big play. Now, we talked about Ganfeng and we talked about cattle, correct? We saw that there's a bidding war over, Millennial Lithium, right? So my next big play when it comes into lithium is going to be International Lithium Corp. Why? Well, because they're partnered up with Ganfeng, okay? And when you do the research on the company, on the Marianna, the Salars region, this is where Ganfeng has a hold of over 6 million tons of lithium. Yeah, you heard that correct. The ones that they're having a bidding war over now is over 2 million tons. Millennial Lithium, over 2 million tons. Ganfeng, through International Lithium Corp over here with the partnership, over 6 million tons. That's insane. And right now, International Lithium, you're going to see that they have also agreements. I think it was in Ireland or something like that. They have places up in Canada. They have lithium and rubidium, I believe it is, which is even more is more expensive than lithium. Like I don't remember how many times. More expensive than gold, supposedly, and all this kind of stuff. So they have other things as well. You can see their earnings are slowly, creeping to go away. But once you have Ganfeng over there with in the Marianna region, you're going to see that it's going to be so. You just give you an example over here. International Lithium announces measured indicated resource of over 6.5 million tons of lithium at the Marianna Lithium brine project. That's absolutely, totally insane. And when you look here, their strategic partner over here is Ganfeng Lithium. This is, in my opinion, a gold find. Because you got the name, you have them in the Salta region of Argentina, which is in the Marianna Lithium brine project, Salta region, which is within the lithium triangle area. So this is like, big money is in that lithium triangle, all right? So if you go and do the research, you do your due diligence here, you're going to see we are disclosing the following details from the report, which have already been disclosed and usually issued by Ganfeng, all right, on the 6th of July, 2021. So extremely recent. So highlights from the report, all right, is basically resources estimate contain a report of detailed table of blues, over 6 million tons. You're getting actually pretty damn close to 7 million tons here. All right, look at that, 6,854,000. You're getting closer to 7 million here than just a 6 million mark. All right, I could almost, they could almost wrote that by saying nearly 7 million tons. You know what I mean? Just look at that. Of lithium carbonate equivalent in the measured indicator categories, an increase of 55% over 2019 estimate of over 4 million tons of measured indicator. So an additional 1,260,000 tons of lithium in the inferred resource category. These amounts are also now stated as over 7 million, getting closer to 8 million tons of lithium chloride equivalent in the measured and indicated resource categories, and an additional over 1 million, almost 500,000 tons of lithium chloride equivalent in inferred resource category. Ganfeng has reported that an environmental impact report approval has been received from the Salta regional government in Argentina for the construction of a plant with a designed annual capacity of 20,000 tons per annual of lithium chloride. The Salta regional government has disclosed in a news release following its discussion with Ganfeng that the likely project expenditure from now to bring the Marianna Project to full production is around 600 million, which, for them, honestly, really. So the difference is here between, let's say, like Neo Lithium, which is 100% solely old, is that International Lithium owns 10%, but they have a buy or 11% or something like that. Anyway, anywhere between 10 and 12% ownership of the Marianna Brine project. Okay, now they have a right to acquire back another 10%, which would bring them between the 20 to 22% range that they would own. When you think about the name of Ganfeng being partnered up with International Lithium, this is a very huge thing. Now, if you take International Lithium and you go, if we go back, this company in my mind has big potential, because if you look at their revenues and stuff like that, and you think about where they're going to be in a few years from now with Ganfeng and being partnered up, Ganfeng is not, stupid, right? They know what they're doing, man. Now, when you look, welcome to International Lithium Corp, lithium resource exploration and development company, royalty owner, 100%, and part owner of Marianna, a 4/4, which now we know is way above this estimate because this was done in 2019. So they have 10.1%, and I read somewhere else it was like 11 point something, but whatever. It's between that range. Argentina with the right to raise it to 20 point of one of the biggest lithium salar deposits in the world. Now, just think about the money that's going to come up there with Ganfeng. That is because that's their partner, right? Now they're partnered up with Ganfeng, right? So you have 100% Raleigh Lake in Ontario, Canada, lithium, rubidium, and cesium pegmatite has an excellent nearby infrastructure in place, including. So you have now another area of lithium in Canada this time, and rubidium. If in my mind, if you don't think that Ganfeng might want to get into that kind of a project that comes to light, I believe so, because their whole goal is to get lithium from everywhere. And if they're already partnered up with these guys, the potential is sky's the limit. So we have Julian Ray Lake, show high deposit of rubidium as well as lithium. This is significant because the market price of high quality rubidium carbonate per gram is 75 times that of lithium carbonate. So you have other lithium pegmatite properties in Ontario, Canada, and Ireland. Now, when you look at Ireland, if we go here, our Marianna joint venture with Ganfeng Lithium has over. Okay, we know it's more than that. All right, largest lithium brine explorers on the planet. And what's the one I wanted to show you here? So if we go here, the one that I want to show you is, let me have to go to Corp projects. Let's go to projects over here. I should have just went directly to Ireland there. So Canada, so 100% Canada Raleigh Lake is what you saw. Argentina, Marianna Project, joint venture with Ganfeng. Canada Mavis Lake Project, joint venture royalty with Pioneer Resources. And in Ireland, you see over here again, they're with Ganfeng over here as well. All right. So if you go to Avalonia Project in Ireland, consider the spudium bearing lithium pegmatites located in southeastern Ireland. As several occurrences, 1970 lithium occurrences discovered the property to date, primary boulder trains, okay, whatever. The project is covered Square Centre 80 of Dublin. It straddles countries, Wicklow. Area, excellent infrastructure, topography, mixture of lowland gently. So current ownership of the Avalonia project is through a joint venture company owned 55% by Ganfeng Lithium and 45% by ILC. So you see that they have this partnership strategy with Ganfeng. To me, that is just a win. That's like as if I create, I don't know, I make some kind of keto dairy type stuff, and I go to some big dairy companies, and I'm like, listen, I got this, and here you could take 60% or 80%, and I get 20 or whatever. My value is just gonna skyrocket, absolutely. Once you got the one in, as you could see that they're already allowed certain things in the Marianna Project. Ganfeng's doing all the work over there, basically. Then you got these guys, International Lithium, that's going to get up to 20%. Because if I was them, I would definitely buy back the other 10%. And from what the research I have done, the intentions are to get back the other 10%. So, and I'm telling you, go do your own research. And if you see something that says different than I, put it up in the comments. And of course, I'll always fix what I have to say. But I have a lot of stuff to show you here. So, but from my own research, the intentions are to buy back the other and bring them up to 20%. So, a 9 cent, 10 cent stock with, partnering up with Ganfeng, and then, having other projects with Ganfeng around the world, and then having projects in Canada and Ontario, the money's going to start rolling in at one point, and I'm saying within the next 5 to 10 years, and they're going to be able to build up the one in, where the other ones, the Rowley Lake one, and then you got the rubidium, you got the lithium over there, then you have the Avalonia project, and you're partnered with Ganfeng, and the whole name also International Lithium. What they're doing, it just seems right. Okay, now let's go and take a look at something. So I decided I was going to go take a look. Worldwide lithium-ion battery industry to 2030 is expected to reach 116 billion by 2030 at a compounded annual growth rate of 12.3% from 2021. So I went and did the whole 15 of them. So if you go over here, you're going to have 15 of the fastest growing companies. Okay, this is Ganfeng Lithium is the number one out of the whole 15. Ganfeng is number one out of the 15. So it's pretty huge. So we have ranked Ganfeng Lithium as the most valuable lithium company in the world. Ganfeng Lithium has lithium resources in several parts of the world, including Australia, Ireland. Didn't we just talk about Ireland? It's funny because they don't mention that they're with International Lithium over here. You gotta connect the dots, right? This is with International Lithium, a company at 10 cents at the moment. That's insane. Argentina, who are they with in Argentina? They're with International Lithium. So when you think about that, they own over 6 million tons and over 7 million tons of the lithium chloride, whatever you saw it there. It's completely insane. Primary resource logo in Mount Marion in Australia in 2020, the company's revenue was $5.5 billion. So when you go and you start looking at, I'm gonna start closing some of these. All right, just so that way. Here, let's just do that. So here you have Savannah Resources. Great Britain 390. These are some of the, that's like number 15 on the list of the most, all these companies. These are all the other ones. Look at this guy over here, 67. These are all lithium companies that, these are not, I don't even have this on our exchange, where it's the New York Stock Exchange or the TSE. Here we have PMO Lithium, all right, at $53 above, $53 at NASDAQs, right? Let's get rid of that. Here we have Lithium America. I was in this company too when it was like $3, like dirt cheap, and then it shot up, and that was that was a great happy time. But look at them, Toronto Stock Exchange, $29. Then over here we have Galaxy Entertainment Group, Yahoo. Why do I have Galaxy Entertainment Group? That is not the stock I was looking for, so do not look at that one. I'm sure it wasn't that one. So Savannah Resources, we said was over 390, so I want to get rid of that. We have Oro Cobre Limited. All right, it seems like it's an Australian stock here. Yeah, Australian, so 935. Then you have here Livent, New York Stock Exchange, pre-market up already a little bit, so 87%, 22 cents here on the dollar. So let's go over here. Here you have also Energy Systems, New York Stock Exchange. Look at that, 75. It's up pre-market. Then you got over here SQM over $56. This is in Chile, so SQM Quimicha y Mineral de Chile, SQM, over $56. And I would put that one next to the Lithium Chile one, which says outside of the Chilean government and SQM, it's got like the largest lithium brine resources. So that is crazy. And they're starting their drill program, and you saw the 4 projects. I told you to go check them out, right? Then you have Albemarle Corporation on NASDAQ, over $231. Insane. Then you have, of course, Panasonic over here. Absolutely crazy. Tokyo. And then you have Ganfeng, which is over the counter, but you're looking at in the US dollars, and it's at $18.90. So those were the producers, right? So when you look at Ganfeng and you see that they have so much, and you're looking at International Lithium at 10 cents, I mean, in my opinion, man, it's like it's buy up. I'll show you something else too after that. Now, when you come to the top lithium battery manufacturers in the world, by 2021 you have Tesla, Panasonic, Life's Good, Samsung, Cattle, BYD, all right, and Griphow. They're not putting these in order. This is December 1990, so let's just go back over here. This one's more current. Let's say 5 largest battery manufacturers. Okay, top lithium battery manufacturers in the world. The top lithium manufacturers in the world have made life for most people more convenient. Okay, so rechargeable batteries. So you see, you're gonna have all kinds of batteries, right? There's batteries. Lithium is gonna be in it's in your cell phones, it's in your tablets, iPads, laptops. Lithium. Even when you're putting them in toys now, you have the small little batteries. So it's all lithium, mostly all lithium ion, and they're just being used everywhere. Okay, so we know about Tesla. I have Panasonic over here. All right, for use of a wide range of devices, notebook computers, mobile phones, electric vehicles. See, like I was saying. So Life's Good. Their batteries are ideal for consumer electric bikes, motorcycles, household appliances. But when you look at Cattle over here, what I want to get to is a global leader. Right. So you see, they're not in order of who's the biggest. So Contemporary Amperex Limited is a global leader. No one else where you have said that it's a global leader. We know Tesla is big, but from what I'm understanding, and the research shows that on a global scale, Cattle is like the baby. And manufacturing lithium-ion batteries. Don't forget, even Tesla has Cattle making their batteries too, right? And it's been going on there for a long time, 2016 or something like that, 2015. Anyways, Cattle has been, and Cattle has a 1,000,000-mile battery in the whole 9 yards, and Tesla's still with Cattle over there. So with business covering research, manufacturing, and sales and battery systems for new energy vehicles, energy storage systems. The company is committed to providing cutting-edge solutions for global new energy applications. They are a Chinese manufacturer. And then you have BYD, which of course is backed by Warren Buffett. And then you have, this is a company in China that's currently one of the world's largest battery manufacturers. They manufacture next generation batteries for commercial, medical, and industrial applications. They're based in Shenzhen, and they specialize in, this is like the Silicon Valley of China. So basically, through this puppy, all right, their price war is telling me between Cattle and Ganfeng, when you look at the whole picture now, and then I look at how important things are, and then I look at, this company right over here, Lithium Chile. Yeah, let's go over here, International Lithium Chile, right? International Lithium, sorry. Yeah, okay. So basically, when you look at that, the price wars with that's happening with Millennial Lithium over here, and then you get to Lithium, International Lithium, okay, over here at 10 cents, and you saw that, when it pointed out that Ganfeng is one of the big, holder of the world of, and then you see that it's saying international deposits, and it says Ireland, and then it says, and I'm telling you, with this thing here that they have also in Canada, 100% owned here, 40-something% in Ireland, and 55 is the other part's Ganfeng. The fact that they're partner with Ganfeng, I see that this company, with how we're going to be phasing out ICE vehicles, you got and it's, if I do comparisons, about different industries, this is the fastest growing industry around, because we desperately need, if we're talking about heat of the planet, green agenda, depending on what you believe or don't believe, it doesn't really matter, because this is happening, all right? So the fact it's happening, and you have lithium that's going to be needed, because you can't build the car, all right, before you have the lithium. So if you're going to build car models, well, that's just, and it's just going to sit there because you don't have the lithium to create the battery. The car's not moving. The car is not moving. It's not going there until we get all the lithium we need, until we're pulling all of that out. And don't forget, the thing is that for every place, every mine that's out, they have, well, this is allowed 5,000 tons. This is allowed 10,000 tons. This one's allowed 20,000 tons, right? So it's important to be able to have, because it's all regulated. Because why? Because of the impact on the evaporation process, on the land and the whole. So there's a certain amount that you're allowed to attend, or depending on what's inside there. So if like a company has one that's only 20,000 tons, let's just say, or 10,000 tons, well, you open up another lithium mine somewhere else, and now you have 10,000 tons coming out of there, and 10,000 tons, or 20,000 and 20,000 coming out here. Now you got yourself 40,000 tons. So your 20,000 tons that you had, that could, is going to limit you on what you can build. Well, now you're going to have 20 here, 20 here, and that you have 40,000 tons, and now you can build more and more and more. So you can scale. So the thing is that it's very important for these players in home storages, in the lithium industry, to be able to own and get as much as they can. And that's why I see this as a huge potential play. Naturally, as we always say, do your research, right? So what I really like about the company too is that when you look at the shares outstanding and you look at the float, I mean, people start getting really interested inside here. I mean, you're looking at potential at this company can just totally skyrocket. And let's see what else that would put out over here. Now, of course, always invest what you can afford to lose. This is very, very important. So basically, my three lithium plays for growth is Neo Lithium is one of them. Of course, Millennial Lithium could be another one as well. Could be. Of course, they are going to be, because they're at $4 a share basically, and you have a bidding war over the company, which says everything on its own. That this is going to be a high growth stock. The thing is that if I'm already invested in one like Neo Lithium that's already at $4, almost approaching $5, I'm going to want to find other stocks that are going to give me high growth potential as well, because I don't want to break up my huge amount of investment in Neo Lithium and break it up with this one over here. And I don't want to pull out money from a lot of my other stocks that are going to be doing amazingly well, and then not have a lot of shares here, and then minimize my shares on other potential growth plays. I don't really want to do that. I want to be able to maximize my shares on potential growth plays, put in what I can afford to lose, as I'm hedging my plays with other companies I think are going to go do good. Because if I do lose out on my bigger plays, like if I put in a lot of money in Lithium Chile, or if I put in a lot of money in International Lithium, so that way I can own a ton of shares, well, I'm hedging it because I have a lot of money in cruise lines, airlines, and all this kind of stuff. And like GVO is a very good potential play with with Chevron and stuff like that. So, but the airlines and the cruise lines, I'm in it from a very long time, and the thing is that they've already grown, so I already have big profits there. So with Neo Lithium as well, huge profits with Neo Lithium. And I mean, I hope to God that anyone that was watching this a while ago got into Neo Lithium a while back. So NLC or TTHF, and if you look at Neo Lithium at the moment, you're looking at 479. It's just it's growing and growing and growing, and they have 99.9% battery grade lithium. I mean, this is insane. Very small fees on the processes, so it's very cost effective. And if you look, they actually have earnings because of their, I would believe it's from their evaporation ponds that they have, and I'm guessing that CATL might be picking it up. But I mean, this is crazy because they've had earnings 3 years running, and look at how much they already have now. And you can look at almost any other company that is at these stages, and it does not look like this. All right, like if I go to Millennial, just if I go take a quick look over here, I mean, look at that for Millennial. You see what I'm saying? So when I look at these type of things as well, and then I look at, you know, Neo Lithium, it's just a no-brainer. So naturally, for me, I want to keep the money I had because I've been in this company since in the penny ranges, and it just made sense to play this when you dot all the I's and cross all the T's. So I really, if I had a ton more cash on the side to buy up a ton of shares, so let's say if I could throw $40,000 in here to have 10,000 shares, fine. If I could, I could probably own 1,000 shares, and that would be great. So that way it can go up, and you build an extra little amount. So eventually find other plays, because you don't want to always invest into chance stocks. You always want to hedge your plays so that way, you have money coming on the side, and this is only what you can afford to lose and stuff like that. But definitely, I put in what I could afford to lose in Lithium Chile. But my situation compared to last year, when I decided to get in here, don't forget I have two kids, married, and I have other responsibilities, family wise. So last year I did not want to take big chances on Neo Lithium and stuff like that. I'd rather have went directly into creating money on plays like the cruise lines and whatnot, which has paid off for me. This year, though, I could take bigger chances, and I have taken bigger chances this year with Lithium Chile and with International Lithium. And with International Lithium, I put in a good amount of money. So because I don't see it staying at this. I really don't. I honestly, Lithium Chile, I don't see it staying at that price. And it's in the lithium triangle. It's just so much easier it's these countries over there in the lithium triangle. They want growth. They want growth. The governments are for it and stuff like that. So you got Bolivia, you got Argentina, and you got Chile. That's all makes part of the lithium triangle. And you got the Saltas area. You have the Marianna. Everything just makes sense to me when I look at that. And I'm looking at International Lithium over here, 10 cents. I mean, that's insane where they could be in 5 years from now. Neo Lithium is in 1 year, it's up to $5 basically. I mean, naturally, they've been out a long time before it, 2016. Well, I know the whole history of them. But I'm saying when you look at 35 cents or whatever a year ago to now $5, we're already a year later. It's the time goes by so fast that, if let's say I would have put $10,000 back in the day or $20,000, depending on what you can afford to lose and stuff back then, well, it would be an insane amount right now. So naturally, you have to adapt to markets. I'm just going to end this off. All right, guys. So naturally, you have to adapt to markets. You don't want to have all your money in the stock market. You're going to definitely want to go to cash. You're going to want to be in certain things that when you see it spike, depending on how you see the spike going up, you're going to want to take it out. You're going to have companies that you could see potential growth in them that's going to end up having a very, very different revenue stream in the future. And it just makes sense to you that you say, well, yeah, there might be negative, like whatever in the earnings now, but I definitely don't see that in like 5 years from now, So naturally you have to be on top of your stocks all the time. Things change. But for me, International Lithium, it looks like, but not the same because you have to look at the percentages and stuff like that, right? But 45% in Ireland if you're thinking that, these Asian, and any companies, by the way, any companies, but you could see that the Asian companies in the last few years have been very aggressive on picking up minerals and stuff around the world. You got to take things into context. You got to put the whole thing together, okay? And you're thinking that they're not going to want to have property up in Ireland that they basically are excavating, and they have like a really good like footprint in that country, Ireland would become very strategic. Canada, you look at the Rally Lake over there. Yes, it's 100% owned by International Lithium, but they have a partner called Ganfeng, right? Which it's possible. I have a low flying plane here, so it's possible that they may want to become a part of that. Maybe not. Who cares in reality? Because what they're doing in Marianna on their own, and you have International Lithium that wants to pick up the other 10%, right, bringing them up to 27%. Once that's up and running, that's 20% of what they never had before. That just puts them in an amazing position. And then you got the Ireland project going, and then you have the Rally Lake with the rubidium and the lithium. I don't see any massive issues here when you're partnered up with someone like Ganfeng. You just don't. I don't at all. So naturally, listen, guys, I'm bullish on those two companies, Lithium Chile and International Lithium. Always remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm always trying to look for the next big plays. And when I look at lithium, you can't build the car without having the battery fully prepared and ready, because you can do whatever you want. But if you don't have the lithium, you can you can build as many car bodies that you want. It's not moving. It's not going anywhere. So it's just a waste of your money. It's a waste of the time. You're looking at a massive expense for any company that would, try to do that. So lithium is extremely important, as is other minerals like graphite and nickel and stuff like that. Elon Musk just stated the other day, like, we need more nickel. Like, we're going to need more nickel. So for me right now, these are incredible plays when it comes to lithium, or potential plays. So I put in what I could afford to lose, but what I could afford to lose now is a big amount compared to last year. So that's it, guys. Always remember to research, prepare, plan, execute, all right, on your plays. Research, all right? Never stop researching, and never get shaken out of something when you know that it's good. Be careful, of course, naturally. Be careful on it. Be careful on all your plays. Be careful of stocks that you're playing. If you're, I don't advise any pump and dumps. We're totally against them over here, just because of the fact that you don't know when you're getting in at the top and stuff like that. You need to know what you're doing if you're ever trying to get into those type of plays. It's made for some people, not made for others. You need to know yourself. You need to know your strategies. You need to know what kind of investor you're going to be. Maybe you are going to be a day trader, and you're looking for those things, and that's great if you can time them, if you're great at them, and you're learning charts and patterns. But you need to study. Start out with paper trades and all this kind of stuff, and then, of course, if you're a swing trader, that means you're looking for companies that have better financials and all this kind of stuff, that you can sort of say, well, if I was playing options, where would I go in that direction, and then you have the long-term investment, type strategist that, you see the up-and-coming companies, you're looking at the financials, and you're trying to do projections and the whole 9 yards. So you got to know your style. So all I'm saying is just be careful out there. It is a stock exchange. Over 98% of the people that invest in the stock market don't make it. So if you want to make it, it's probably because you're the guys that are doing your research. You're the guys that are learning how to read financial statements. That's who you are. You're the person. If you want to be part of that 2%, you're the person that's buying books like by Warren Graham. So let's say like by Ray Dalio, or The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. You're buying stuff like American Hedge Fund from Timothy Sykes. You need to learn your style, but you need to research, and you need to look at stocks. You need to look at charts. You need to look at patterns. You have to. You can't just listen to YouTubers. You got to do your research. You got to learn. You got to do things slowly, and you got to learn. Okay, and be very careful. If you're not sure about a play, but you like it, and you really want to get involved in it, always put in what you could afford to lose, because if it goes up, you're still building your wealth. And you know what? If at one point you say, wow, I could really use that money, stuff like that, and you see another play that you know is going to go up, well, get out of that play and then get into that play and build your wealth. Build your wealth, all right? Take your profits. All right, guys? That's all I got to say, man. All right, so listen, I'm back. We'll be doing another video very soon. I have a live one coming up today at I think 11 o'clock. So I'm going to have to be preparing for that one there too. So listen, guys, always remember, research, prepare, plan, execute, and stay strong, everybody. Stay strong. Hello to everyone out there. Just taking 2 seconds of your time and asking you to hit the subscribe and the like button. I'd like to also direct you to betweenplays.com, www.betweenplays.com, where we put up many different articles. We have 3 different writers at the moment, and we're trying to up the authors. And go to our Twitter account for really quick information at Betweenplays1, and we'll be able to get people to pre-market information and whatever comes along that is important to macroeconomics, microeconomics. As we say here, our motto: research, prepare, plan, execute. Always do your due diligence, and stay strong, everybody. Stay strong.